All right, new video on AMZN Amazon.com, October 7th. Let's check it out. It's been struggling lately. So you had this big move in February, the high 242.52. That was February 4th. And then, the market went down big time, February, March, April. A lot of stocks, ETFs. This went to a low 161.38, had a bounce, pulled back, pretty much a double bottom, started to rise with the market. Yeah, big move all the way up to 236.53. Yeah, the gap downs. Probably news on that in August. Went up again to a high of 238. Now we're gonna move down right here. Excuse me. And so that's where we're at right now. Let's take a look at a deeper look here. 2023 just hit a pretty big low. You're talking 81, big move up. There was a trend line, move up, and then we went a little below the trend line. Actually, let me make it a trend line right here. This low is important. The April low. So there it is, the April low. Let me bring this up a little bit, bring this up. So you can see it now. A lot of inner lines. And when you are moving up and then you get a big drawdown, look at that. So that's a outer line now. Then it comes even further, the most outer line. That's where we're at. Any big drop, you'd love to see this to 180 because it's a good support all the way to that trend line from April. So that'll be 180. Now the weekly chart, you see this going all the way back at a split here. You can see that back in 2022. Could be considered maybe a double top. This 240 came up, tried many times, and it's going down. Now, what do you see in the weekly here? You see 98.83 stochastics. You came down, you bounced lower. 82, you're going straight down. You're at a 35. This is the biggest drop now since the start of February, into April. Look at this. People don't, I'm not maybe noticing this. This is where you have divergence too. Let me get my line. Why is this not drawing? There it is. Divergence. All right. See this back in 2024, 96.66, March 28th. You go down, you bounce again, but it's lower, 91.32. Again, where we're at right now, it's 83. The strength is decreasing each time. Now, this goes even lower. You get a pretty big drop. That'll be very big at this point for this stock. And you can see the quarterly, you're still going up on the quarterly, so which is decent. You can see this wall, though, pretty much 223. You have wicks higher. And you can see the yearly is crossing up. So that monthly is very interesting as the strength is decreasing. We even had a big move down now. That was a pretty good move in February. And then it took a deep dive. So we'll see what this does as we're fading out. Like I said, you'd love this to go to 180, bounce, maybe go up, then drop. That would be a great buy. If that would go to 180, that means the market would have a pretty big drop. So it's not there yet. Right now it's going to hold. If this goes down further, 211, 207, and then I would say this about 200 right here, this area. Has there been any news? Let's check out Amazon. I haven't looked at this in a long time. Amazon acquires 97 million mega warehouse to expand its distribution network. What's that? 2 trillion market cap, 70 billion income sales, 670 billion. Insiders own 9%, institutions 65%. You see, going back 10 years, pretty good for performance, except recently it struggled a little bit. What is the news here? Anything. So it's driving the latest about AI deals. PayPal wants to run small retailers into Amazon ads. Amazon scores perfect 10 Wall Street bets. I don't see nothing where it's saying this is going down. Amazon, Alphabet, nothing here. Okay. I don't see nothing. Of course, the company was founded by Bezos, 1994, online retail, you name it, stores, delivery. Anybody saying anything with stock splits here? Ready for the cycle tomorrow, ready for the fall below 200. Ah, this guy said it. And he's right on with that. I think this will go eventually below it. I'm not sure how fast, but all that divergence, the highs getting lower, lower, lower. It doesn't look good. It's just like the market is way too frothy, way too AI hyped. It's the next, world's change and we're flying cars. Not exactly. Moving sideways. All right, my latest algos. Let's pick it up here. 910 the short right here. Then I have another short right here, 10.3. And they actually had a buy down here. What was it? 929. See, I don't like these moves on the algo. I like that because there's a big candle and it did come down. Trend line. This wasn't a good buy. You're going down. The algo's wrong on this. It's too messy now. It still could go up here, but it's not really a good move here. What else did they have to buy? They had to buy here 822. Was right here. A lot of times too, the chart is not going to be good for swing trading. It doesn't matter Amazon, whatever it is, it has to make sense. And this is too gappy. There's nothing really compelling about this. All right, so and then looking at the algos have not picked up anything great last 6 months of looking at it, like major moves where the algos made big gains. So don't like it at all. Now, of course, there's moves in here. I don't like this to trade at all and not swing trade either. So, this is out for me. But yeah, looking at it, so Amazon's huge as far as the economy, and if people aren't buying as much or deliveries going down, that could be a sign too. We're slowing. There it is. Bounce again, bounce again. Now, this crossover is the first crossover since June. Well, I can't move this over because it moves the way it moves, but it's before then. This crosses down, deep, maybe even down to here. That would be maybe the move down we're looking for. But we'll see what happens. But it's looking like a messy chart. Got to get above 240 again. Not really doing nothing great at this point. Way too choppy on Amazon. So that's it. Please subscribe to Mike Heyman Trades on YouTube. Smash the like button. We'll see what happens with this in the rest of the year. We'll see how it plays out.